What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in with some brand new Season of the Worthy content, and as some of you may be sitting in server queues and things like that at the moment, or indeed downloading the update, I figured we'd jump in, take a look at some of the new weapons, the exotics, as well as exotic quests for Season of the Worthy. We also have new exotic armor and perks, all of the exotic perks for weapons. In addition to this, of course, we do have new titles as well. Then we're going to take a look at some trials items, such as various different passages required in order to play trials and go flawless. So we're going to round up some of the stuff we can see inside of this video, guys. I hope you enjoy this one as always, but without further delay, let's jump straight into it. And so firstly, let's get immediately onto new weapons and content. Of course, we know that the 4th Horseman is back for Season of the Worthy, and we can now get a look at the bonuses in Destiny 2. So initially we have Thunderer as the main trait. This weapon's rate of fire is increased significantly, and it fires full auto. And then we've got Broadside, where each successive shot has more damage and more spread. And of course, 4th Horseman is looking good for Destiny 2 right there. It's also listed as an exotic quest item. There is actually an exotic quest listed in the database right here called Dirty Work, so Benedict needs you to eliminate the encryption signals coming from the EDZ, defeat combatants, complete public events, and patrols. And so step 1 of the quest is to enter the vault, gain access to the vault through the secret pathway in Zavala's office, and this is why it probably is linked to 4th Horseman, although we also spotted a curious looking Cabal-themed LMG in trailers before. That one isn't visible in the database or anything, and it is possible that that will be a quest reward of some sort, but otherwise we might be looking at the quest for 4th Horseman here. After that, we need to return to Zavala and inform him that the weapon is missing from the vault, and so he'll send us off to speak to Anna Bray to see if she has some tech to help track the missing weapon. From there, we gotta collect intel for Anna Bray by defeating Cabal or completing public events on Mars. You need to collect 1,000 intel, and then take it back to Anna Bray, who'll ask you to defeat Scions and loot Cabal chests to gather heist data. Once you've gathered the intel, you can take that back to Benedict 9940, and he'll ask us to eliminate encryption signals coming from the EDZ, of which we'll need 1,000 encryption eliminated signals. And then we can go back to Benedict, and it says Benedict has given you the location of the missing weapon in exchange for using this Cabal Slayer to smash the Red Legion. And it says you need to clear the legendary Lost Sector Quarry. And then of course, we'll get the actual reward for that quest, which of course is going to be one of the exotics. And so we'll see when that one drops, because Bungie haven't put any exotic quests on the roadmap specifically. But to look at more perks and quest stuff, right here we have Tommy's Matchbook. And it comes with a couple of bonuses, of course. So we've got Sustained Fire with the weapon overheats it, increasing damage, but burning the user. That's actually a bonus that Bungie took, by the sounds of it, from Ariana's Vow, which originally was going to have a bonus kind of similar to that. But in addition to that, it comes with heatsink, and overheat damage is reduced while not aiming down sight, so if you hipfire it, essentially you take a bit less damage. And we can see that the weapon also has hammer-forged rifling, extended mag, and handlaid stock as well. As always with a seasonal exotic, it looks like there is going to be a quest to unlock the catalyst for this, and we'll need to earn points by completing strike playlists, nightfalls, gambit matches, and crucible matches. So 400 points. It also says 200 auto-rifle combatant multi-kills, as well as 100 auto-rifle guardian defeats will actually be part of that quest as well, so certainly a pretty interesting one. But here we get our first look at some of the new exotic armor for this season. So initially for the Warlock, we have Felwinter's Helm. Very cool looking exotic. Some folks were speculating, could this be Uldren, when we saw it in a trailer, but the tagline says to survive out here, you need eyes in the back of your head, and that's a Lord Felwinter quote. But for the perk Warlord's End, Arc, Solar, and Void melee kills create a burst of energy that weakens nearby enemies, and finishes and kills against more powerful enemies increases the radius of the burst and the length of the weakening effect. Definitely an interesting idea. I'm sure that could play into some interesting builds. But then we have Reiju's Harness for the Hunters. To tame that which knows no master, one must bear the storm. And it comes with the perk Mobius Conduit. While your Whirlwind Guard super is active, guarding consumes less energy, and you can press to deactivate Whirlwind Guard early and save super energy. So that's pretty awesome, and some of these exotics do look very cool as well. But finally for the Titans, we have the Titan's Ramparts. And it comes with Assault Barricade. You and your allies can shoot through your towering barricade, which has reduced health and duration. So basically it doesn't last as long, and it can be shut down easier, but you can actually pop it and have your teammates fire through it. And especially inside of PvP, that has the potential to have some interesting moments. So we'll see how that one pans out, but those are the new exotic armor pieces. We should also point out some of the title seals here. So we've got 3 new ones. One of them is Conqueror, and this is for the Grandmaster version of the Nightfall Ordeal that's coming a bit later on in the season. So to unlock it, you have to complete a Grandmaster run in the Insight Terminus, as well as a run in Exodus Crash, the Arms Dealer, and then the Warden of Nothing, Broodhold, and the Tree of Probabilities. You need to run all of those inside of Season of the Worthy, which obviously once that launches means you pretty much have to complete one of those every week probably until the end of the season just about. And so that is for the Conqueror Triumph, and interestingly, that one does show an icon for Cade 6 on the main kind of icon on the database, so that's pretty cool. But then we've got Almighty, which is the official Season of the Worthy title. To get this, you need to fully upgrade all Seraph bunkers, so obviously they're going to be part of the loot table this season. There is a triumph to clear all 3 Seraph bunkers in a day, and then to complete a Seraph Tower public event without failing a single support tower charge cycle. To complete each legendary lost sector in the European Dead Zone, of which there are 3, each legendary lost sector on Io, each of the ones on the moon, and there are 3 on each of those locations as well, and then a legendary lost sector without dying too. Pretty interesting requirements for some of these. But finally there is the Flawless Seal, very cool title right there, and you've got Veteran Disciple, where you need to get trophies from Conquest in Trials of Osiris, complete a flawless passage of confidence during the current season, and after visiting the lighthouse at least once, assist another player in reaching the lighthouse for their first ever time, a separate objective to win matches on a ticket after reaching 7 wins during the current season, and it says victories 10, but then also this is the way to complete a flawless passage on 4 different maps during the current season. And so those are the requirements for the flawless title. And we also do see a series of different items here that are essentially trials passages. So the passage of Mercury, the passage of Wisdom, of Wealth, of Confidence, and of Ferocity. And in the database, these don't show kind of different parameters or uses or anything, but I'm sure in the game that each one will have a different use. Otherwise, for the moment, we can't actually see any ritual weapons for this season. Not sure if that's an update we're going to get later on in the season, or if we simply aren't getting them. And so let us know your thoughts about that, but a final mention right here would be a bit of a help tab that Bungie have for content this season. So they say swapping energy on a fully masterworked and modded armor piece will incorrectly show that it can no longer be upgraded. And if you encounter this, please exit and re-enter the armor details screen, which allow you to upgrade the armor piece. The planetary material auto collection bunker upgrade is not awarding the correct number of planetary resources, and during the authentication protocol quest step in the Seraph Warsap network quest, players need to speak to Rasputin on Io. There are also some sections where they say quests and objectives may list the wrong requirements, and so if you run into any particular issues, it's probably worth just checking back to that list first, and so we'll link that down below. But otherwise guys, that's the roundup for this video. There are a couple of little cinematics when you load into the game, so we're going to run those right here. And so I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have, a rating down below really helps me out. Also be sure to get subscribed if you want to be kept up to date with everything related to Destiny 2 moving forward. But otherwise for today guys, thanks as always for tuning in. And whatever you get up to, I hope you have an awesome day.
Anna, come in! Anna, are you there?
Just a moment.
Anna, report.
Copy, Commander. I've located the central manifold. It seems the Cabal have disabled the ship's MAV thrusters.
They killed the steering on this thing? Any idea what that was?
Checking. That explosion came from the propulsion deck. The Cabal have taken out the primary engine. Have you made it to the bridge yet?
Just a moment. Now I'm on the bridge. They've destroyed the ship's navigation system. We're a dead stick.
None of this makes any sense. No nav, no engine, no way to steer or change course. It's like they want this thing to drift off into space forever.
Not forever.